Once upon a time, in a village by the forest, there lived a beautiful little girl with her mother. The little girl was called Little Red Riding Hood because she always wore a peculiar red velvet hood given to her by her grandmother, who lived on the other side of the forest. Red Riding Hood loved her granny very much. One bright morning, a hunter came to the cottage.
I'm coming straight from your grandma's cottage. She is not well and wants to see you at the earliest possible.
Oh, thank you, Uncle. I will tell my mom.
Okay, I have to leave. Bye, girl.
Bye, Uncle.
Red Riding Hood immediately rushed to her mother, who was preparing a cake.
Mother, the woodcutter told me that Grandma's fallen sick.
I'm worried. I think you should leave immediately to meet your dear grandmother.
Can I take some cake for her?
Of course, dear. I will pack some cake and a bottle of butter for her. She loves them.
Red Riding Hood cheered up.
Give me the basket. I'll walk up to her house as soon as possible.
Give her my love.
Okay, Mother.
Remember, keep to the path through the woods and don't ever stop. You will be in danger if you wander in the forest. Make sure you are back home before dusk. Goodbye.
Bye, Mother. I'll be safe. Don't worry. I'll run all the way to Grandmother's house without stopping.
Goodbye.
Bye, Mother. To Grandma's house, here I go. Here I go to Grandma's house with the cake for her sake, with the butter to make her feel better. Here I go to my grandma's house. La 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 la.
Little Red Riding Hood made her way through the wood, but she soon forgot her mother's words when she saw a strawberry bush.
What lovely strawberries! And so red, let me taste some.
She bent over the strawberry bush and plucked some and tasted them.
They're nice and ripe and so big. Yummy, delicious. And let me pick some for Grandma. She will love them.
Little Red Riding Hood began collecting strawberries and lost track of the time. Suddenly, she remembered her mother and her promise.
Oh, I have to hurry to Grandma.
Little Red Riding Hood walked on towards Grandma's house. Suddenly, a yellow butterfly fluttered down through the trees.
Wow, what a beautiful butterfly. I'll catch you, I'll catch you.
Little Red Riding Hood started to chase the butterfly. Suddenly, she saw some large flowers.
Oh, how sweet. I will make a beautiful bouquet with these flowers. How happy Grandma will be if I pick up a few flowers for her and make a bouquet.
In the meantime, two wicked eyes were spying on her from behind a tree. It was a wolf which was looking out for his supper.
Wow! What a surprise! She will make a delicious lunch. But I dare not eat her now because some woodcutters are working nearby. Let me befriend her first.
Unaware of the danger, Red Riding Hood was busy picking flowers for her beloved grandma. When she suddenly raised her head, she saw the old sly wolf standing a few yards away.
Oh no!
Don't be afraid, little girl. I am your friend. Where are you going, all alone in the woods?
The friendly way in which the wolf spoke comforted Red Riding Hood.
I'm going to see my grandmother. She's not well.
What are you taking for her?
I'm carrying a cake and a little pot of butter that my mother sent.
Oh, I see. Does your grandmother live far from here?
No, she lives beyond that windmill, you see? There.
Does she live by herself?
Yes, but she never opens the door to strangers.
Oh, it's getting late. You better hurry along, dear. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Little Red Riding Hood left the place after bidding goodbye to the wolf.
What a lucky day. I'll gobble up the grandmother first and then wait for the grandchild.
The wolf took a shortcut and reached the cottage before Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf knocked on the door.
Who is that?
The wolf softened his voice and said,
It's me, Grandma, Red Riding Hood.
Oh my dear, lift the latch and the door will open. I am too weak and cannot get up.
The wolf lifted the latch. The door sprang open, and without saying a word, he went straight to Grandma's bedroom.
Oh my goodness! Help! 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 Somebody help me!
But there was no one around who could come to her rescue.
No one is here to help you.
The wolf leaped onto the grandma's bed. The wicked wolf gobbled her up in one big bite.
Red Riding Hood will be here any moment. Before that, I will wear her grandma's dress and cap and lie in bed. When the little girl comes, I will eat her up too.
The wolf wore Grandma's dress, cap, and spectacles, and covered himself with a quilt and lay down in the bed. A little later, Little Red Riding Hood came there and gently tapped the door.
Grandma, can I come in?
Trying to imitate Grandma's quavering little voice, he replied,
Open the latch and come in. I am too weak and cannot get up.
Why have you kept the doors open, Grandma?
The wolf kept quiet. Red Riding Hood kept the basket on the table. Since she did not receive the answer, she went to the bed and drew back the cover. There lay the wolf with the cap pulled over his face, wearing the grandmother's spectacles and looking strange.
What happened to her? She looks strange today. Oh, Grandmother, what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with, my darling.
Grandmother, what big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with, my child.
But Grandmother, what large hands you have.
All the better to hug you with, my dear.
What a deep voice you have.
All the better to greet you, my sweet.
Oh, but Grandmother, what a terribly big mouth you have.
All the better to eat you up with my darling.
And hardly had the wolf said this when he leaped and with one bound pounced on Little Red Riding Hood.
I will devour you.
No, you cannot. Help Help me, somebody! Somebody, please help me!
Little Red Riding Hood dodged the wolf and shouted for help.
No one is here to help you. Even your grandmother shouted for help, but now she is in my stomach, sleeping peacefully.
Wolf pounced on her and gulped her too in one bite. After a hearty meal, the wolf again slipped into Grandma's bed for an afternoon nap. In the meantime, the hunter was passing by the cottage and heard the strange snoring of the wolf.
What is that strange noise?
The hunter peeped inside. He saw the wolf sleeping on Grandma's bed.
Where is the old woman?
The hunter looked around and became suspicious when he saw the wolf's bulging tummy.
Something's fishy. All these days you've been troubling others. I was just looking for you, you sly wolf. This time you cannot escape from me.
He slowly entered the cottage and took out his hunting knife.
Let me gently cut open his stomach. I sure hope I can save the granny from harm.
He cut open the stomach and saw the Red Hood.
Oh my God! Little Red Riding Hood! This wolf has swallowed her too!
First, Red Riding Hood jumped out of the wolf's tummy and next came out her grandma. They both were troubled by the deep darkness inside.
Are you okay, my child?
Yeah, but it was dark inside. Thank you, kind hunter. Thank you for saving me and my grandma.
You arrived just in time. Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it. I have been looking out for this wolf for a long time now. Now go and bring some stones. Let's fill up his stomach.
Red Riding Hood bought some stones which the hunter put into the wolf's stomach.
Can I get a needle and a thread?
What for?
We will stitch his stomach and that will teach him a lesson.
So the hunter stitched up the wolf's stomach. The wolf woke up after a few seconds, and when he saw the hunter, he tried to escape but could not run fast, as his stomach was very heavy. He still managed to escape and ran out, but after running for a little while, he fell down dead.
It's safe to go home now. The big bad wolf is dead and gone, and there is no danger on the path.
Still scared, the little girl hugged her grandmother.
Oh, what a dreadful fright! I forgot something.
What is it?
The happy girl took out the bouquet, berries and cake and laid it on the table.
Look, Grandma, what delicious presents I brought for you.
Oh, how nice of you.
Okay, now I must leave.
No, no. Let's have the cake and butter together.
All of them relished the delicious cake and butter. The hunter peeked out of the window.
Soon it'll be dark outside. My dear little child, I think you must leave now.
At the same time, in Little Red Riding Hood's cottage,
What happened? She should have been back by now. I hope she's safe. Let me go and look for her.
Little Red Riding Hood's mother went in search of her daughter. She reached the cottage, and when she found Little Red Riding Hood safe and sound, she felt happy. All her fears disappeared.
Mother,
Little Red Riding Hood narrated what happened and how the hunter saved them.
We are grateful to you. Thank you, kind sir.
After thanking the hunter again, Little Red Riding Hood and her mother set off towards the wood to their cottage.
Didn't I tell you not to talk to strangers and wander through the woods?
I'm sorry, Mother. Now I promise that I will never talk to strangers and wander alone in the woods.
I'm sure from now on she will listen to you. Okay, Mother. Take care of yourself. We have to reach home before it gets dark. Come, dear, let's start. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, Grandma.
Months rolled by. One day,
Red Riding Hood, take this cake and visit your grandmother. It's been a long time since you've met her. She sent a word through the hunter that she wants to see you.
Okay, Mom. As usual, pack her some cake and butter.
Yes, dear. I will definitely do that.
this time Red Riding Hood was on her guard and went straight to her grandmom's house.
This time, I'm not going to pick the strawberries or the flowers. I'm going straight to my grandma's house.
On the way, same as before, Red Riding Hood met a wolf.
Good morning, my child.
Good morning.
Where are you going?
This time, Red Riding Hood did not answer. She kept walking ahead without turning back. She reached her grandma's place.
Open the door, Grandma. I'm Red Riding Hood.
Welcome, my dear.
Grandma, I met a wolf. It wished me good morning, but I didn't answer his questions.
You did the right thing.
I'm sure it would have eaten me up if I had stayed and chatted.
I'm sure that wolf will definitely come here. Well, we will shut the door and stay inside. He cannot come in.
Soon, the wolf knocked on the door. But they did not speak or open the door.
I don't think they will open the door.
The wolf went round the cottage thrice.
I can't find another way to get into the house.
The wolf thought for some time.
I have an idea. I will climb up on the roof and wait for Red Riding Hood to leave. In the dark, I will pounce on her and have a feast.
Saying so, the wolf climbed up on the roof.
Where is the wolf?
Grandma, I hear some noise on the roof.
I know what the wolf is up to. He is hiding on the roof. We have to think of something.
What are we going to do?
Darling, take the pail, fill the water in the trough, and let's keep the sausages which I prepared yesterday.
Okay, Grandma.
There was a big stone trough before the house. Red Riding Hood carried the water and poured into it until the great trough was quite full.
Now, let me place these sausages next to it.
Red Riding Hood kept the sausages and went inside and again locked the door. The smell of the sausages reached the wolf.
What a nice smell.
The wolf sniffed and peeped down, and at last stretched out his neck so far that he could no longer keep his grip and slipped down from the roof straight into the trough. Ho! 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 And was drowned.
Our plan has worked. The wolf is dead.
Yes, Grandma. Now I can go home without fear.
Goodbye, dear, and take care.
Goodbye, Grandma.